Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is episode 11 of season 6 of Heartland, Blowing Smoke. Jeremy forces Amy to make a tough decision about Phoenix when his horse, Buckingham, sustains a serious injury that threatens his jumping career. So I'm guessing now that Georgie's going to be staying at Heartland, and Amy saying, and of course it kind of had to be a bit of foreshadowing there. Amy talking about Phoenix being Georgie's horse. Now, of course, she may have to give Phoenix to Jeremy. So, of course, we're probably going to have Georgie be pissed at Amy, saying, "You promised," and everything. And again, it says that she has to make a tough decision because does she keep Phoenix for Georgie or does she give Phoenix to Jeremy about Buckingham? But I hope Buckingham will be okay. You know, I really hope so because Buckingham, I don't like the thought of any horse being injured. It says this is serious injury threatens his jumping career. So hopefully it threatens but isn't permanent. Hopefully Buckingham recovers from his injury so that he can go on and continue to jump. Now Jeremy was the rich kid, right? The one who thought was rich, because Bryce is the paraplegic. So Jeremy must be the snooty rich kid, because that's who Buckingham was, which makes sense that Jeremy would have a horse called Buckingham. But I suspected, one, that we would see Jeremy again, and I also suspected that they're kind of using him as maybe another potential love interest. Now, of course, that Amy and Ty are engaged, you have to have someone else. I don't know if we'll see Chase again. It wouldn't surprise me if we do. But now it's like, okay, here's someone else. So someone else who's going to be a potential conflict for them. I apologize if you're hearing any noises. The windows are open, and so the blinds are rattling when the wind blows, and we have like a little tea tray in front of the window, so the blinds are hitting the tea set. So I apologize if you hear that. I also have a cat sleeping here. I wish the camera could see it because it is so cute just watching him sleep. I wish he'd sleep here. But anyways, let's get started. Mallory's back.
Mallory, look what you made me do. Getting ready for your lesson, I see. No, why would you say that? Oh, come on, you've got it bad. Yeah. Do not embarrass me.
It'll be okay, Mallory. Hi, beauty.
So Mallory's ready for a horse like Buckingham?
So I still suspect that they're going to try to put Jeremy as a love interest for Amy and Cassie as a love interest for Ty. Or if not a love interest, something that's going to add confusion, you know, because Amy is obviously jealous of Cassie. And they luckily haven't really shown anything with Ty and Cassie, and I'm hoping it just stays like a co-worker friendship type deal, because from stuff I've seen, I'm pretty sure she ends up marrying Caleb. So I'm not really too worried about her. Of course, something could happen between now and when Ty and Amy get married. But I'm hoping with them that it stays a co-worker friendship type deal. I just think that would be better, you know, because on these TV shows, they don't have to get involved with everyone they come across. And like the thing with Jeremy is, even though I think they might be trying to set him up as a potential rival, I hope I'm wrong. Because I think it would be better if he was just someone who she works with occasionally to take care of the horse or for the jumping lessons for Mallory, and that's it. And then it stays platonic, and then nothing else happens. Do I think that's going to happen? No. But hopefully I'm wrong. You know, now that Chase is, at least for now, out of the picture, although I don't think he's gone, they might feel that he's kind of the new Chase. Does he know that Amy is engaged? I don't know. But for some people, knowing someone is engaged is more of a challenge. You know, they look at it as a challenge. So it's not necessarily a good thing when someone finds out. And I really hope I'm wrong. You know, maybe Jeremy and Cassie get involved. That would be nice. I really hope I'm wrong on both of them. And it's kind of funny. I know I mentioned pretty much in every video about Supernatural. But with Supernatural, I got to the point on the show where I was cringing every time Dean Winchester talked to a woman. And he might have been talking to a woman because of a case they were working on or just, you know, saying hi in passing or whatnot. But I started cringing because it was clear, especially as later seasons went on, that Dean was in love with Castiel. Even if he didn't really know he was, it was obvious. And I think he did know, and so he would try to flirt with women because he didn't want to admit to himself that he's bisexual and that he was technically in love with a man because, and I say technically because Cass is in a male vessel, but he's an angel. So, you know, he could be a male vessel, female vessel, dog vessel, whatever. So he could be anything. But I think for Dean, I think he didn't really want to admit that he was maybe not necessarily bisexual, but at least in love with a male or a male form. And so I think they kind of pushed a little too hard for him to try to like flirt with women or whatnot. But it got to the point where even if he was just talking to a woman, I would cringe because I was afraid that it was going to be a situation where he would either try and fail or try and succeed in betting that person. And it would be like another blow to us Destiel shippers. And so that's what I really hope will not happen here. That Jeremy and Cassie will just be like friends or co-workers with these two. And that nothing else will happen. I like how Jack didn't seem to care about the chuck wagon. He's like all like surprised.
What the heck's going on here? What are you gonna say? It'll never work.
Well, first, what is it?
It's a chuck wagon.
Well, it won't work. Thought number one, you might.
It's a saddles.
Oh, he did. What horse?
Don't look at Mallory. Mallory told him to get off. Mallory was against us. Don't look at her. Caleb does make a valid point. You know, I mean, she says, I'm fine with a toddler, but not a tomboy. And I'm like, just because you don't have anything in common doesn't mean you still can't be a great foster mom. You can. You know, you don't really have to have that much in common. You just have to be there. What's the expression I've heard on the radio? You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent or something. And that's exactly the case. You know, she doesn't have to be perfect. I know Lou thinks she has to be perfect in everything, but she doesn't have to be perfect in everything to be a good mom for Georgie. And she'll figure it out. It's new. Of course there's going to be growing pains and there's going to be parts of uncertainty. And, you know, if Georgie is a tomboy, we will see her in a dress someday. If Georgie is a tomboy, then embrace that. Find out what she likes. If she likes to climb trees, buy her some overalls or something so that she doesn't tear her clothes. If she likes to play sports, find out what sports she likes and encourage her to do it. Besides writing, encourage her. Go on a trail ride with her. Have her ride Phoenix and go on a trail ride. So Lou will figure it out. She'll get there. And she could write about that in her blog. She was talking about her blog, and I'm like, write about adopting a foster child and ask other moms for advice. You'll probably get some really good advice, and hopefully that's what she'll do. Personally, I think the blog is a great idea. And I know she's trying to do this whole finance part. But I'm thinking she should just be a blogger. Some women are very successful at blogging, and that's their only career. And I don't like what she was saying about Peter, because as I said in the last video, I like Peter. Saying about how when the going gets tough, he leaves or something. It's that's not exactly true. He was there during the most devastating part of the fire. He was there when you had your freaking daughter. So don't say he's not there for the important parts. He is. It's okay, yeah, right now you guys are putting in the paperwork. He said it was a last minute meeting. It wasn't something he predicted. If you hate how he travels so much, you two might want to have a conversation, and maybe he should get a different job. But this was something that they had agreed on when he took that job, that it would be something that he would leave a lot for a few days. Maybe they need to have another conversation. Maybe he needs to get a job closer to home. Maybe he needs to work on the ranch.
He's the only one who can.
If a little girl can do it, imagine what I could do.
Wait a second.
Maybe
Are
Georgie-
you asking me to do this?
Maybe Phoenix doesn't like you.
Just for the rest of the season.
Phoenix is like, I'll do it.
That was fake some enthusiasm. I'm sorry. I was hoping Grandpa would give me some advice on something. I don't know why. Not behind my back.
It was a shitty move that Jeremy did. And I'm glad he didn't make a move on her, because I thought that was a reason. But he obviously did it so that she would kind of loosen up about Phoenix. But I'm still not convinced that he isn't going to try to make a move on her. And I thought that might have been the situation, that somehow he would have at some point gotten close to her. When she, would trip on something or whatnot, he'd be there to catch her, and then, as he's holding her, try and kiss her or something, which Ty would see, and then Ty would go ahead and pound him into the ground. But obviously she loses her inhibitions. She does make valid points, about when she's talking about Cassie with the probabilities and stuff like that. And I'm like, Amy does make valid points, though, because being a horse girl, being someone who rides horses, does this for a living, she would know too. And I'm thinking maybe Amy should be the one teaching these guys. One who's actually been there and actually knows and has the experience. She is the one who should be teaching these guys. They shouldn't be learning from a textbook. There you go.
What are you doing, Tila?
She's got a hangover now.
I've always respected your dedication to the well-being of a horse, but you cannot save everyone.
She can try.
Sometimes, well, you know what they say, sometimes family needs to come first.
She can try to save every horse. What the hell with Caleb? He's like, I don't have feelings for her, I'm just saying. And I'm like, valid point, but Peter, like Ty said, Peter's a good guy. And it's he would be there if he could. And it's like he has to go because he has a job, because he has a wife and now 2 kids to support. So cut him some slack. I like how Amy saw, and she saw that they had a connection. Although I am worried about Buckingham, because if he has to have that surgery, maybe she'll have another option. But if he has to have that surgery, as she said, it gives him like another year or something. Like she hated Cassie spouting off these probabilities and everything. And I'm like, I think those 2 are going to have it out someday. She is jealous of Cassie. I think she's jealous because Ty works with her. But, she had commented to Lou about not being a part of his vet life. And Lou said that that's healthy. And I said that in a previous video, that I personally think it's fine to not be involved in every aspect of your significant other's life. Like, my SO, he works in construction. He's in the warehouse. And I really don't know what he does. I mean, he'll tell me some stuff about it, which is fine. And like yesterday, I went to the warehouse and I joined him and we had lunch and everything. But I don't know what he does. And I'm okay with not knowing. That's his thing. And he's kind of like our cats. He likes routine. Back in January of this year, he caught COVID right at the new year. It was a rough new year for us. Not just that, but with some other things that happened. And when I say this year, I mean 2022, because I'm not sure when this video will show, if it'll show here in 2022 or 2023. So I'm referring to January of 2022, just in case. And because during that time, with the way COVID was, if you tested positive, of course, you had to isolate. So he pretty much got like another paid week of vacation, which was awesome. At least I thought it was awesome. He wasn't too pleased about it because, as he said, he liked routine. Even though, of course, during that week, he could get up whenever he wanted, do whatever he wanted. If he wanted to hang out on the computer, he could. Of course, it was January, so there was snow on the ground. So it's not like he could go out and mow the lawn or anything. But he could, do some work around the house or, be on the computer, read, watch TV. I mean, really, whatever he wanted. It was a paid vacation for him. But he said that he didn't totally like it because he likes routine. He does like the routine of getting up at a certain time every day, going to work, coming home, having the evening free, or on certain nights, like going to work out, stuff like that. And I get that. He's kind of like cats. Me, sometimes I like having the routine. Sometimes I like just being able to have a day where I say, what's going on today?
He told me you guys had a deal. How can you just break your promise?
Because she wasn't in her right mind. She was drunk. That makes a difference.
She does look so adorable.
Can we just this one time? Can we just...
Yeah.
You know what? Forget it. We'll just do it.
Don't do that.
You do your thing. We'll do ours.
Jack's not wrong. I like how, as soon as she had said that Jeremy had put alcohol in the drink, Ty was all like, oh, he's dead. And I like how she said nothing happened because she automatically went there, the same place that Ty did, that maybe he had done that to make a move. I still don't think Jeremy is necessarily not going to make a move. I think he might be another Chase Powers. I hope I'm wrong. But I do like how he said that his other friends were saying that Cassie was grating on their nerves too, so they were actually happy that Amy knocked her down a couple pegs. They were impressed with Amy. But, you know, Ty obviously respected Amy, and when she said that about that it was Jeremy, and he said, well, did it work? And she said, no, Phoenix isn't going anywhere. He was obviously very happy about that. But Caleb, like, was he lying to Ty? Does he have feelings for Lou? I mean, isn't Lou like too old for him? Or am I wrong? Because he's obviously seen, and it's like, I know what Peter was saying about the phone calls, but I'm thinking, you know, he did just get back. Can't he find a way, just like not answer the phone or contact them and say, you know, lie and say flight was delayed, not get until late or something, and then leave the phone at home and go have a family dinner? Or does that not work? But, you know, Peter wasn't exactly nice to Caleb either. Caleb's like, oh, what, I'm just a dumb cowboy? It's like, well, I wasn't going to say it out loud. And I'm like, that's... Especially the last couple seasons, you know, Caleb has really come out wise. And I think getting married helped with that. You know, because he made some comment there in like season 5 or earlier here in season 6 to Ty. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. You know, you look at him as like the dumb jock, but sometimes those dumb jocks know more than you think. It's kind of like Joey on Friends. Joey was like the dumb one, but he had wise moments, like the mood point. He had wise moments. And maybe that's why it ended up being so much more surprising. Because Lou even said something to Caleb like, Caleb, you surprised me. Because of something that he had said earlier. I thought it was just like some sort of friendship between them. But now I'm like, is Caleb like falling for Lou? Like, are we going to have like a triangle here? Oh boy. Kind of getting a little worried here. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Was Caleb right to deck Peter? Does Jeremy actually have sinister intentions? Does he have an interest in Amy? Is he another Chase Powers? Or was it simply to get what he wanted? And I have a feeling we're going to see him again. Especially since he was kind of pissed about how things ended. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at LazyCatReactions, and if you can, please support me on Buy Me a Coffee. Link is in the description. Even just $5 would help. You know, I know that people are having trouble with money, but if you can, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate any donations, because it will help, one, not only feed my caffeine addiction, but also help go towards more equipment so I can get some more lights. I was thinking maybe a ring light over here, maybe get like a neon light. This is Lazy Cat Reactions for over there. You know, maybe get a couple more things, more decor or whatnot. And your dollars could help make that happen. And I will, of course, give you a shout out in a future video or a short video. Please be sure to check out some of my other reactions. Hopefully you're enjoying all of the Heartland ones. But feel free, you know, depending on what your interests are, you know, feel free to check out some of the others that I have. And hit that notification bell to be alerted of when future videos post. Hopefully there will be something here that will wet your whistle. Tell your friends if you enjoyed these videos. And if you don't enjoy these videos, tell your enemies. They're welcome to watch too. I don't discriminate. I'll see you next time. Bye.